So welcome back to another episode, and I got a little bit of a tan. I did a 30-kilometer bike ride yesterday and got a little bit of sunburn going on, but I tell you, never leave the games room. That's my advice. Never leave the games room. But honestly, today I want to talk about something that's kind of interesting. What is a hardcore gamer? And people will be like, oh, well, I know what a hardcore gamer is, but it's really not that simple to define. And I've been thinking about that term for a long time now. And it's so funny, somebody in the comments the other day said, oh, Kim's not a hardcore gamer. And it's funny that Kim has never claimed to be a hardcore gamer. But then I kind of started thinking, I'm like, what the frick is it? What is a hardcore gamer all about? And I just thought I'd give my example. Let me know down below what defines being a hardcore gamer. I think it's kind of an unusual term, and I think I've definitely used it in my time. For me personally, growing up in the 80s and being into video games at that time, the NES and the Sega Master System, and into RPGs, and I was also into Dungeons and Dragons, I would have classed myself as being a hardcore gamer. And that's not a positive term, I don't think, back then. I wouldn't have said so. I would have said it's very underground, it's very unusual to be into, Dungeons and Dragons and anime and that kind of stuff. And that's kind of what I thought to myself, still to this day, that defines, in my area, for me, as being a hardcore gamer. But there's other terms as well for being a hardcore gamer. Maybe you're like intense about doing Call of Duty and you're in tournaments and you have clans and you're like nuts about the game and you play every day for 12 hours. That's a hardcore gamer. It's really strange, the different terms for all these different things. And Kim even said to me, she's like, I'm not a hardcore gamer. And I was like, yeah, but to me, I thought, well, in a way you are, because you're playing RPGs, you finished nearly all the Dragon Quest games, Final Fantasy IX, all this kinds of stuff, Persona. I'm like, well, that's not really just casual gaming, but, that's the whole thing. Is it just casual gaming? Casual gaming is just like, oh, I play a game once a month and I don't care if I play it or not. It's just something kind of fun I do. Where is it more that you take the hobby seriously and you go beyond the hobby of just kind of playing a game once in a while, that you buy merchandise for it, you buy t-shirts, and it becomes more a part of your lifestyle? It's a fascinating question. Do you define yourself as being a hardcore gamer? Do you say, I'm a hardcore freaking gamer? Or do you say, I just like games? Is it important that you're a hardcore gamer? That's the other thing. It's interesting. For me, it was always the anime, being into things from Japan in the 80s and early 90s, to me felt like I was hardcore because I had to kind of do a little bit of research and find out about a lot of games that were not released in this country, and that's why I thought I was stretching the line of just being a video gamer to like, I'm kind of nuts, type of thing. So what do you guys think? Let me know below. So anyways, guys, until next time.